Worthless Mutts here, Gore the dog butcher. So a few things I would like to share with you. Hopefully, I will make this video very short and not too long. So first thing I'd like to share is this article: longest shelter resident returned after single day with adopters. Uh, Guessing right here it says Rusty has been in the shelter for over 419 days. That's a year and a few days, a year, probably a year and a half, a year and a few. Every time he ever gets a happily ever after, he's quickly returned. Sadly, his last family only kept him for a single day. But it's unfair to expect any dog to adjust that quickly. Again, you know, I guess you can say there are smart dog lovers in this world, because not all dog lovers are going to accept something like this. And truth be told, this thing was probably very aggressive, very problematic, very disgusting, and very gross, which is why they returned it. So I guess we can say some dog lovers have a sense of limits. They have a sense of tolerance. Again, I'm not going to read all through this because it's all dog propaganda just to promote this worthless thing. Look at her face. Look at her face. This picture says a lot. Another dog lover looking at this could look at her face and think, "Oh, this dog is so sweet. Let's adopt it." But if this dog has been in the shelter for 419 days and have been returned quite frequently, then there's a problem. There is a problem. It's like you purchasing a car, and then the day after there's a problem with the car. You're going to go back to the dealer or wherever you got the car, and you're going to complain about it. You're going to want your money back or whatever the case may be. So it's in this business industry, it's the same thing. You go out and buy a dog and the dog doesn't work the way you expect it to work. Of course you're going to return it. Of course you're not going to want it. So so some dog lovers aren't that dumb. So I gotta give my respects to that at least. But here they are again. A picture doesn't tell you everything. Pictures are just still pictures. It's still, you don't know what happened before. We don't know what happened after. After this picture, the dog could have attacked her throat. Who knows? Who knows what happened before or after this picture? A picture can say 1,000 words, but it doesn't say exactly what happened, and it does not explain everything. So one of the things that caught my attention is it says Rusty is still on the lookout for the perfect family. And this is something I don't understand. I understand that this dog industry is a business. These shelters are a business. Dogs are just props. Dogs are, they're props. It's just all about money. End of the day, it's all comes back to money. But I don't know why there is such a push when it involves these dogs. I don't understand why there is such a push for people to adopt and to buy a dog. Because in any other industry, all they do is they advertise and they go away. They will advertise and go away. But with the dog industry, it's like they're telling you that you need a dog, that you need to have and own a dog. They'll use various tactics, like sad emotional tactics, just for you to own a dog, to kind of make you feel bad for not owning a dog. And again, I don't get why this dog industry is so. I get it. I mean, I get it, but it's so crazy. It's mind-numbing that this industry is so desperate, all for a dog. Imagine doing these things in order to, promote healthy living, healthy eating, positiveness. Imagine if we took away the energy from this dog industry and put it onto healthy lifestyles. I think we would be, we would, instantly, this would be instantly a better world. Next thing is this article that I found, and it reminded, why am I so big? And it reminded me of I was gonna play kind of stupid with it, but it reminded me of the pitbull culture. One second. It reminded me of the pitbull culture. So this guy, hang on one second. So this guy apparently was a snake expert, and he claimed he was immune to venom, and he was killed when a cobra bit him as he tried to kiss it. Does this remind you of the pitbull culture a little bit? Bernardo Alvarez, 62, was killed in the northern Philippine by the northern Philippine cobra on July 9th. He had caught snakes. He'd caught the snake and was showing it to locals. The snake bit his tongue, and Alvarez pretended to kiss the tame creature. He was not responsive, and his body was stiff from venom when medics arrived. Doesn't this remind you? And isn't there a comparison between this guy who thinks he's immune to snakes or to venom and the pitbull culture who say, my dog never did that. It's all how you train it. So here we have a guy thinking he's Superman, kissing a snake, a venomous snake, saying that he's immune to it, and off he goes, he dies from the snake. And the same thing can be said and be used against the pitbull advocates, the pitbull nutters and owners who say their pitbull has never done this before, who will create so much excuses, and then there it goes, their pitbull attacks someone. Their pitbull will attack someone. Their pitbull will attack even the owner. The pitbull will even kill the owner. And in the pitbull world, nothing is said. It's just, this guy's a bad trainer, end of story. But you look at this guy and read that he thought he was immune to cobra. The people will call this guy foolish. They'll call him stupid. They will say he deserved it, etc., etc. That's fact. People are going to say that. But in the pitbull culture, it's like if you die or get killed by your own pitbull or dog, people shrug it off, blame the victim, blame the owner, and they try to save the dog. Something that's non-dog related is this video of a horse rocking or fiddling with what it looks to be a real baby in a I don't really call these things, I'll call it a baby carriage. So just watch for yourself and see.
Meet the love of your life.
Okay, since there's music, I'm gonna mute the volume. So here we have a horse fiddling with a real baby, apparently, in a baby carriage. A real gigantic horse who can eat and chomp an apple whole and not flinch. And we have people, adults, filming. They are filming this. They stepped aside to take their camera out, to press record, and to film this happening. People, is this acceptable? Is this, okay? Is this right? Is this not endangerment? Whether this is a dog or not, is this not endangerment? Is this not questionable? Remember, these things can chomp an apple with one bite. But we have these people, probably animal lovers. Hang on 1 second. We got these animal lovers doing things like this, and then, you know, they're giving this 72K likes. This has plenty of views. What about the comments? Again, a lot of people, what it seems like is they're okay with this. They're okay with this. This person said, I grew up with my grandparents' pit bull. His name was Bo. He's long since passed away, but he was such a good friend. I asked the question is, what does this have to do with pit bulls and dogs? Absolutely nothing. Unless you're using this as an example to help debunk and help expose, you know, animal lovers and even dog lovers. This is a good example of what to use. But we have this person here to promote their pit bull nuttery, and they think that this is okay. And this person gets 302 likes. Look at this. One of the most softest things in the world is a horse's muzzle. Whether or not this is a horse, a bird, a worm, you know, an ant, to me personally, this is unacceptable. To me personally, I cannot accept this. I'm cringing. I hate to use that word. That word is overused, but I'm cringing watching this take place. Again, I think all of this has something to do with dog culture. I think dog culture, animal loving, they're different, but I think it all relates to each other. We continue to endanger ourselves and babies. Whether this horse would bite or whatever, I don't know. But just looking at this is dangerous. I would never want my child. I would never put my own child or anyone's child in a baby carriage and place them near a horse's stable or anywhere or near any animal, period. But yet, tons of people thought this was acceptable. Tried not to be too long, but again, I guess I talk too much. But anyways, this is another Worthless Mutts, and remember, it is okay to hate dogs.